Ow! Okay, we're gonna talk about Ubisoft right now. Let's talk about Ubisoft. Let's see what Ubisoft brought to the table. Alright, let's start from the start. And those hosts that introduced the show?
If you're ready for the biggest show in gaming, then let's start the show.
Let's do it!
Let's do it!
Were they picked out of the audience because, they had literally one job, and that was to go, let's start the show! And they fumbled every single word getting there. That's my job. The show kicked off with high energy as per usual because it was Just Dance, and it's its own form of insanity. It's not, don't try and comprehend what's going on, because even the people that enjoy Just Dance are like, I mean, I can see that kind of, yeah. And also, as per usual, it could have been a little bit shorter, but then we moved on to what everyone wanted to see, and it was a little bit more of Beyond Good and Evil, and they still have the best cinematics.
Captain to crew, dead monkey in the crow's
Nest, I repeat, monkey down.
El Space Chili strikes again.
It's also now pretty clear this game will be a prequel and is also making up a sort of prequel story to the prequel. We also got some gameplay, which will be solo or co-op, but we didn't really get to see the gameplay because we just didn't focus full screen on the gameplay for some reason. We just stayed with those two devs. That's fine, whatever. They did reveal some awesome stuff though, that it will be ground to space combat and an entirely open universe. But that wasn't all the cool stuff they dropped for that game. The coolest thing, personally, I think, really cool, is the Space Monkey program. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Hit Record organization has teamed up with the developers to allow fans to submit original content for the game. There is a lot of rules, stipulations, all the rest of it, and that's all on the website, but the coolest thing is you can submit something that'll end up on like a building, or it'll be in the radio of a car. It all sounds very cool, so make sure you go to hitrecord.org to find out all the details, because I'm gonna do something for that. That sounds really cool. Because there always has to be a shooty bangs, it's Rainbow Six Siege, and there was a little bit of hype for its now 35 million player base. There was a little bit of esports news, as well as a short preview for their new documentary, Another Mindset. The documentary will come out August 13th. Then the happiest man in the world arrived.
I'm Antti Ilvassuo, creative director of Trials, and also Prime Minister of Finland.
The little happy man announced to the world that Trials is back in Trials Rising. Look, it's more of the same, but Trials is Trials. Don't bother changing Trials, because Trials works as Trials. The cool thing... Did someone just message me? The cool thing they announced though is that fans helped craft the tutorials, and a bunch of other fans helped craft the content in the game. There'll also be a beta soon, and the game will drop February 19th. Knowing that fans helped create a game that kind of grew from the fans, it's very exciting to know what these tracks are going to be like. The Division 2 got a little spotlight with a short cinematic that's kind of emotional. I don't like these emotional cinematics about games I don't care about. They also announced that 8-player raids will be coming to the game. And also that the end of the campaign is not end game. Once the campaign is done, you can select a new progression path by picking a class, and that'll unlock skins, weapons, and other enhancements. And they topped it all off with the announcement of their first season of DLC. It'll be split up into 3 episodes each, coming with stories and areas, and all episodes will be free. I like a good free thing, like a free performance, because for Mario and Rabbids there wasn't too much new to talk about, but instead everyone got a little music performance. Oh, there's those arms again. One of the many highlights of Rabbids Mario was the music, so seeing it live alongside some new footage, ooh. Skull and Bones got talked about. Remember that game? Remember when that was important and Sea of Thieves wasn't? Yeah, that's always been the case. It got a cinematic teaser, which I am so over. Just show me gameplay. They announced that it'll be one big shared world, just like Fallout. And we got a gameplay preview, and it kinda just looks like a much more advanced Assassin's Creed 4 ship combat, which is how they promoted it, so it's doing what it wants to do. Remember that weird, creepy Transferus game that looked like it was going to be all full motion video? And we were like, no, we're past that, mate. Even Elijah Wood can't hold this together. Well, it turns out it's not as FMVR as we thought. As we got a gameplay trailer. That's right, gameplay. So there is gameplay in this game. You'll shift between the perspectives of a few different characters to solve a murder, or a mystery, or something. Elijah wasn't quite clear. No. But it's still creepy as all hell. It'll be available in VR and not VR, and also, I assume the child is played by Elijah Wood. No. We got a gameplay trailer for Starlink Battle Fighters, which is a game I'm very intrigued if it'll be successful. We got a gameplay trailer full of gameplay and a bit of the story, which seems very, very generic. And also, Toys to Life for Dead Mate. Why are we still doing them? Oh, this is why. Star Fox is coming to the game, which, admittedly, is quite an exciting concept, because then you get a model of the Star Fox ship. And you know who was most excited about it? Video game Stan Lee, Mr. Miyamoto. He always seems pretty keen about everything, so I can't really judge if he's excited about this or just excited to be breathing air. There was news about For Honor, which is a game I enjoyed when I played it, when it was free. It's free again. That's right, Will, the Starter Edition is free to download this weekend on Uplay, so get on it, because it's a free game that you can just own. And then they came back, and it was like, BAM! Cinematic trailer. The cinematic trailer announced that there would be new content in the form of the Marching Fire season. You'll get 4 new fighters, visual enhancements, and single-player content soon to come. There'll also be a new mode titled Breach, which is a 4v4 castle siege mode, and they showcase that with an awesome in-engine gameplay trailer. A lady came out to talk about the crew, but you know, the game is like in beta in 3 days, so they didn't really do much. There's a gameplay trailer. And we're moving on to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Set in Athens, Greek during the time of the Roman War, you play an assassin, and you'll be doing the usual assassin-y things. But you'll be Greek! It looks to be a continuation of the amalgamation of all the Assassin's Creed games that Origins was, but also moving forward with new mechanics and interesting bits and pieces. And for the first time, you can choose what character you're going to play from a selection of 2 that are the same character, different genders. You can play as Alexius or Cassandra, and this may seem like a step back from having 2 playable characters in Syndicate, but singling it down helps to focus on a single character's progression and just helps the story move. We also found out that the Broken Spear of Leonidas is what allows your character to do those weird 300 kicks that were in the teaser trailer, and everyone was like, that doesn't seem possible. And the spear will also bring with it a range of close, long, and stealth abilities. The conference closed with a full gameplay showcase demonstrating all the core mechanics Odyssey will bring. Horsies is still there, as is Slicing Fools. They also used Cassandra in the gameplay, so she is super badass. Can I have a Boudica Assassin's Creed game now? Yeah? That'd be grand. And the gameplay ended with an all-out war scene. More of this, please. I like to be stressed out in my Assassin's Creed games. Odyssey arrives October 5th this frickin' year. The whole conference ended with some beautiful shining happy faces of developers. That's what I like to see. Thank you, Ubisoft. That's what you miss, Sony. The people that made the games you talked about. You need them on stage, so Ubisoft, you nailed it. Look at all those happy people. But that is all the news for today in terms of E3. Tomorrow will be Nintendo, and then that will be it. If you want to see my thoughts on Sony, on Bethesda, Microsoft, and of course on EA, there's a full playlist at the end card, and also just on the channel. Just take a look. You can do it yourself. And also jump on over and give our Facebook and Instagram pages their respective followables too. Also, we have a Patreon, so if you want to join it, go on, do that. For $2, you can join our Discord and chat with us about all the gaming and news and movie stuff that you'll want to. We're always there, always up for a chat. $2 is all it takes. If you want to give us more, that's great too, but it's your money. Keep healthy. Buy an apple. I don't know. Till the next one, the Doctor of Who out. I'm moving away from the microphone. You know who wouldn't like that? Nick AMC. Haven't seen you comment for a while. You're clearly happy with my microphone skills. Am I allowed to tap the microphone? Is that a bad thing? Probably.